when you look at other teams that are losing, for example, like I'll just throw them out there. Portland Trailblazers. I mean, they're 25-29 right now. I mean, they're just a few spots behind the Grizzlies, so they might be able to catch up and try to make a playoff spot. But just looking at that, it just seems like there's a lack of cohesiveness within the team, like lately. And then, obviously they added Carmelo Anthony not too long ago, about a few months back, right when the season started. And then just to see the way that Damian Lillard's been playing, he's been playing just like with some explosive ISO ball. And then just to see him make these long-range threes, I don't think anybody's ever seen that before in NBA history, the amount of like long-range threes he's made so far. And it just seems like there's like a lack of cohesiveness at the moment, but I feel like it could possibly, it's not even, pretty much after the All-Star break is when teams really start to get going, get the foot, basically put the foot on the ground, and then, basically not look back and just keep going to see if they can try to, basically redeem themselves into making a playoff run. And to see Portland, I feel like they're a prime example because, they're not too far from the 8th seed. It might be pretty close between them and the Grizzlies, but do you possibly see these guys making it to the playoffs, and can you see them making a run for it? Because, there's been a lot of chants going on about Damian Lillard saying that he should win MVP the way he's been playing, but that's kind of a stretch especially if you don't even make it to the playoffs. So what do you think of that?
I think that they have a chance, for sure. I think they're 3 back in the loss column of the Grizzlies right now. They've had a really tough schedule this season, one of the toughest in the league. So that should kind of lessen out a little bit as we come down the stretch after the All-Star break. And when you have someone who has been just such a fireball like Dame has, leads the league in minutes, he does it all for them offensively. It's just a bunch of high pick and roll and him pulling up from 30 feet and splash like over and over again. So if he can somehow continue this ridiculous hot shooting streak that he's been on for the next couple of weeks, and CJ can continue to supplement him with the offensive punch he provides, and they get a little healthy. Nurkic comes back and it gives them some of what he was able to give them last year. Obviously, it won't be 100% of what he was able to provide, but they just get a little healthier. Their defense tightens up a little bit, and Dame continues to be the Dame that we've seen over the past month, then sure. I also think that the Memphis Grizzlies just made a trade that, they lose a starter in Jay Crowder, which kind of impacts their rotation a little bit for the worse. So we'll see how that works out for them. And, they're a very young team besides that, so losing a veteran is key. And, I think that the Portland Trailblazers are a team that, they've got this humongous payroll, and they're still motivated to win right now. And the trade that they also recently made for Trevor Ariza, he's been really helpful for them. So we'll see what happens over the next few weeks here, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if Portland made it into the playoffs.
All right, moving forward. So notice that we were talking. I mentioned this earlier at the start of this call, which is the 2020 All-Star Game coming up this weekend. So, there's been a lot of commotion going on with Team Giannis, meaning that there's been fans that weren't really happy or pleased on his picks. But how do you feel about Team Giannis, compared to other people?
Yeah, his picks are funny. He can obviously do what he wants, and the rationale behind the decision making is, who knows what exactly he was thinking, but I love Chris Middleton, and I understand why he has to take Chris Middleton first with his reserve selections, but obviously there are better players that were available. I love Bam Adebayo more than anyone, and I also know that Bam Adebayo is not, the second pick in a reserve from the reserves that you want to take. So you do that, and then there's just other big men that he took that are just not. It's just not the environment for them. The All-Star game, like Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert probably should have been the last pick in an All-Star format. So yeah, it's not the roster that you want to see if you are putting money on Team Giannis or anything like that. But it's also just who cares? It's an exhibition game that's supposed to be fun, and I guess we'll just kind of see what happens as it plays out.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you look at the roster with Team LeBron, I mean, it just looks like a significant difference between the two. And then, but like, it's still to be fun, like you said. I'm still gonna, of course, I'm still gonna watch it. I'm pretty sure most people are still gonna watch it. Yet, no matter how angry they are, they're still gonna watch it. I mean, the NBA All-Star Game is definitely really big. It's been going on for decades, and that's something that people will never forget. There's moments that we've seen in the past that people will never forget, like a 2016 dunk contest between Zach LaVine and Gordon as well. Those two guys, like, that was incredible seeing that. I mean, we can go on all day about the past, but like, here's present day. Besides the draft results, how are you feeling about the dunk contest participants and just the entire All-Star weekend this year as a whole?
Yeah, I love the All-Star Game. I'm a big fan of the Saturday night events. I always have been since I was a little kid. And, this particular dunk contest, the participants are pretty interesting. I mean, I was not expecting Dwight Howard's name to be in the ring. I don't really know exactly what he's able to provide in terms of athleticism, and I mean, he's a showman, so he'll have something up his sleeve for sure, but we'll see. Aaron Gordon being back in it is fun. He's just one of the best, most bouncy players in the league. It would have been nice if Zach LaVine, instead of being in the 3-point shootout, was in the dunk contest for a rematch of that 2016 showdown in the dunk contest. That would have been incredible, especially because he's, it's in Chicago. He's basically the lone representative of the Bulls at All-Star Weekend. So that should be still fun regardless of LaVine not being in it. And then, the Rising Stars game, if everyone who's selected to it actually plays, that is just, basically a bunch of guys who are going to be in the All-Star game in the future. Some of them are actually already in the All-Star game. You have Luka Doncic and Trae Young, and Zion obviously is not in the All-Star game, but I would be willing to bet that he is going to be an All-Star next season based on everything that we've seen from him so far. So it's cool. I'm a huge fan. I'll be going. This will be my 4th straight one attending, I believe. So it'll be fun, minus all the snow on the ground. I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then there's going to be so much going on. Plus, the All-Star Celebrity Game, too. You have Stephen A. Smith coaching, so that'll be pretty funny seeing that. and then if you look at the roster of people he has on there, like Chance the Rapper, Quavo, and you also have Ronnie 2K. It's going to be pretty funny seeing that. But, like, when you look at the Rising Stars Challenge, they have Zion listed in that. Then they also have, like, Ja Morant and players that have really, really stepped up this year. But, the weird thing is, like you said, I was wishing that Zach LaVine was going to have a rematch with Aaron Gordon, but we'll see how it goes. And when you brought up Dwight Howard, that was pretty funny because Dwight was the one that dunked on that 12-foot goal and then did the Superman dunk back in 2009 in the dunk contest. That was pretty cool seeing that. And just to see him lose to, who was it? It was, from the top of my head, like I had him in the
Nate Robinson?
Say it again?
Was it Nate Robinson, I believe?
Yeah, there you go, Nate Robinson. This guy's 5'9" and he defeated Dwight Howard. That was pretty cool seeing that.
Yeah, that was great. So yeah, you just can't really take, again, I think a lot of people take All-Star Weekend really serious, and with the rule changes to the actual game on Sunday night, with how they're going to be, basically every quarter is its own game, and then the fourth quarter is, you take the final score or the cumulative score between the first 3 quarters, and first to score 24 plus the leading team's tally wins the game with no clock. What I just said probably put a lot of people to sleep, but I don't think that it's that confusing, I guess. So just watch it. It'll be fun. And yeah, All-Star Weekend. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, same here. I understand. I never really understood why people take it serious. I look at it as a form of entertainment. I think it's just fun to watch. It's supposed to be all for show. It's not supposed to be a serious thing. And
for sure.
I don't think people realize that. But I noticed for the 3-point contest, I did see this a few days back saying that Damian Lillard is supposed to be listed on the 3-point contest. If that is true, then we are really going to be entertained. I feel like Damian Lillard, because the way he's been playing, I just can't see him missing anything. Because, think about it, he's been shooting from, the logo. So, you see a logo Lillard just shoot, a regular 3 should be nothing to him.
Yeah, I think they have also changed the format of the 3-point contest. I'm not exact. I think there's a 4-point ball or something. Maybe I'm making that up. I thought I saw that somewhere. But if there is, yeah, that's a definite advantage to Dame. We'll see. I'm sure he's been practicing taking balls off the rack, which is a different type of situation than, catching a pass coming off a screen or pulling up off the bounce, as he does so well. So yeah, it is tough to bet against Dame. I haven't looked closely at all the participants. I do like Buddy Hield. I know he is participating. He's got such a quick release that he's someone who I picked him to win last year, and he almost did. Joe Harris. I live in Brooklyn, and so I've seen Joe Harris shoot, countless threes, both in games and at their practice facility, and he barely ever misses. He won last year, so he's tough to bet against. But again, yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, same here. So like, do you have any additional thoughts you'd like to add about the All-Star game coming up?
Not really. I mean, I'm excited to, maybe excited isn't the right word, but the Kobe Bryant tributes should be wonderful, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that and how they honor him and how they honor David Stern as well. I'm sure those will be very emotional experiences, and I'm looking forward to the actual game. I think that the teams are going to be competitive. The players are going to actually try in the first and second and third quarters, which is a departure from everything we've seen in the past. And I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to a lot of the first-time All-Stars as well, seeing what their level of seriousness is on that stage. Guys like Jason Tatum and Trae Young. So it's again, I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just going to be a lot of fun, and it's a much-needed break from the regular season.
Oh, same here. Like, I'm looking forward to it too. So, based off of our predictions, I feel like it's going to be something to see for sure. And then after, especially like talking when we, obviously summarized the NBA trade deadline. I mean, I didn't really see. Like, I feel like it was. I would say it's like maybe had some form of significance to it, but if you compare it to what happened during the summer, like during the off season, during the summertime, that was probably the noisiest NBA trades I've ever seen.
The league completely changed.
Yeah, that was incredible. But like, what didn't really make any sense was at the start of the season, like the ratings were lower than they were last year, which I didn't really understand.
I don't think anybody fully can explain it. I mean, for the nationally televised games, I think Zion Williamson's injury played a huge part. Not having Kevin Durant, not having Steph Curry, who plays on the West Coast, so they're going to have a lot of nationally televised games in that 10:30 slot. These are all factors. Who knows exactly why the ratings have been down? There's a lot of different reasons and explanations that we could spend hours digging through and trying to figure out. But, hopefully they go up because people should be watching more of the NBA.
Yeah, especially when the playoffs go around, because it should be going up because this is the first time we'll see the Warriors not even in the playoffs. So, in a long time. So to see different teams take over, it should, in my opinion, it should increase the ratings.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. But I know you're on the time crunch at the moment, Michael. So once again, I just wanted to thank you for coming on the show. I had a lot of fun talking about some basketball with you, and this episode will be uploaded as soon as possible.
Thank you so much, Mark.
All righty. Once again, that was Michael Pina, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure having guests like this on the show, and I hope you guys enjoyed every bit of it. Again, today is Friday, February 14th. It is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Hope you guys be safe and have a good time. And here's a quick update. So next week I'll have some episodes uploaded, maybe 3 or 4, it depends. I do have a lot of interviews set up, and I have a few solo episodes as well. So stay tuned for that, and that'll do. Again, happy Valentine's Day. Have a great day.